Hello everybody, I'm Sean McCleary and welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to talk about probably one of the more consistent drivers and the first driver to be born in a different place other than the southern states, and that is Jeff Gordon. We're going to talk about his history, talk about his wins, talk about his stats, talking about his championships and how he made it into NASCAR and how he proved it and all that good stuff. So let's get started. Jeff Gordon was born on August 4th, 1971 to Carol Bickford and William Gordon. When he was 6 months old, they divorced. Shortly after, his mother married John Bickford, which would be his first step in racing. John Bickford worked on quarter midgets, where Jeff started racing at the age of 5. By next year, Jeff won 35 events and set 5 track records. His best was in 1979, won 51 quarter midget races and the title against much older drivers. Throughout the 80s, he went through late sprints, again setting records, and went in a bunch of races and a bunch of titles before moving up to the Busch Series in 1990. In 1990, Gordon met Hugh Connerty, who owned some Hooters restaurant and was also a partner in Outback Steakhouse. Connerty secured some sponsorship for the car through Outback and tested for a few Busch Grand National races in 1990. Ray Evernham was called to work with Gordon in the stock car debut. His very first Busch race came in the 1990 AC Delco 200 on October 20th, 1990 in Rockingham, North Carolina. Gordon drove the number 67 Outback Steakhouse Pontiac. He ran second fastest lap during qualifying and started outside the front row of the field. Gordon, however, would get involved in a wreck and would end up finishing 39th. In 1991, Gordon began driving the Busch Series full-time for Bill Davis Racing. However, in his first year, he struggled with consistency. He was winless, only had 5 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and finished 11th in points. However, by 1992, Gordon finally proved it. With 3 wins, 10 top 5s, 15 top 10s, and had a great 11 poles and finished 4th in points. Jeff Gordon made his very first Winston Cup start at the 1992 Hooters 500, driving the number 24 DuPont Chevy. This was also Richard Petty's final race. However, during the race, he pushed the car too hard and finished 31st. Gordon, however, went to the Cup Series full-time in 1993, driving the same car. However, he was winless in his first year, had 11 DNFs, 7 top 5s, 11 top 10. His best finish was second twice, and he finished 14th in points. In 1994, however, Jeff got his very first win at the 1994 Coca-Cola 600, beating Rusty Wallace by pit strategy, with him taking 4 tires and Jeff taking 2. Jeff Gordon also won the inaugural Brickyard 400 that year, and Jeff also had 7 top 5s, 14 top 10s, and finished 8th in points. In 1995, Jeff Gordon won 7 races, 17 top 5s, 23 top 10s, and won his first championship, racking up $4.3 million. Consistency was also better for Jeff Gordon, only having 3 DNFs in 1995 compared to 21 in the previous 2 years. In 1996, Jeff won 10 races, 21 top 5s, 24 top 10s, however lost the championship to a far more consistent Terry Labonte. In 1997, Jeff won the Daytona 500, and he won 9 more races, as well as 22 top 5s, 23 top 10s, and his second championship. In 1998, Jeff had his best season of his career, winning 13 races, including 4 in a row, and 17 consecutive top 5 finishes. With that altogether, he had 26 top 5s, 28 top 10s, and won his 3rd championship. In 1999, Jeff won his 2nd Daytona 500 and 6 more races, 18 top 5s, 21 top 10s, and finished 6th in points with his last year with Ray Evernham. In 2000s, Gordon's final year in the Rainbow car, he had a new crew chief, Robbie Loomis. However, he only had 3 wins, 11 top 5s, 22 top 10s, and finished 9th in points. In 2001, Gordon had a new look with a new Flame car. In this car, he won 6 races, including another Brickyard 400, 18 top 5s, 24 top 10s, and won his 4th and final championship. In 2002, it took him a while for him to get to victory lane, until Bristol in August, and he also won 2 more times. That's included another Southern 500, 13 top 5s, 20 top 10s, and finished 4th in points. 2003 was much of the same. Gordon had 3 wins, which he swept Martinsville, 15 top 5s, 20 top 10s, and once again finished 4th in points. In 2004, in the first year of the chase for the Cup, Jeff came back with 5 wins, including his 4th Brickyard 400, 16 top 5s, 25 top 10s, and finished 3rd in points. And now, we can all say 2005 was a rough year for Gordon. Although he did win the Daytona 500 and 3 more races, however, he was inconsistent with 9 DNFs, 8 top 5s, 14 top 10s, and finished 11th in points. First time he finished outside the top 10 in points since 1993. In 2006 was better for Gordon with 2 wins, 14 top 5s, 18 top 10s, and finished 6th in points. In 2007, Jeff Gordon was back in championship form with 6 wins, including another Southern 500, 21 top 5s, 30 top 10s, and finished 2nd in points to Jimmy Johnson. In 2008, Gordon had a problem with the new rules package and couldn't handle it as well. As a result, he went winless for the first time since 1993, recorded 13 top 5s and 19 top 10s, but however, he did manage to make the chase and finish 7th in points. In 2009, Gordon had much more consistency in the race car and recorded his first win at Texas in 48 stars, as well as 16 top 5s, 25 top 10s, and was a contender for the championship, but finished 3rd in points. Now, 2010 was not a good year for Gordon. He went winless again, had inconsistent runs. Bad calls by his crew chief left Jeff only 9th in points with only 11 top 5s and 17 top 10s. In 2011, Jeff Gordon got a new sponsor, a new crew chief, and a faster car. He won 3 races, 13 top 5s, 18 top 10s, and what was his best season since 2007, finishing 8th in points. In 2012, Gordon struggled through the first half of the year with 4 finishes 30th or worse. However, in the second half, he turned it around. He had 2 wins, 11 top 5s, 18 top 10s, and finished 10th in points. 2013 was an up and down season for Gordon with only 1 win, 8 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and finished 6th in points, which was his best finish in points since 2009. In 2014, Jeff Gordon will be in championship form for the last time in his career, including 4 wins with another Brickyard 400, 14 top 5s, 23 top 10s, and finished 6th in points after a heartbreaking loss with a chance at the championship. After a series of heartbreaking losses, championship losses, and changes in NASCAR Jeff does not like, has 2015 to be his last full-time season in the Cup Series. Jeff had 5 top 5s and 21 top 10s, and his only win of that season came at Martinsville. However, he did have a shot for the championship in his last year, but came up short. Finished 3rd in points. 2016, he came back part-time to fill in for Dale Jr., who had a concussion. Jeff drove for 8 races, and his best finish was 6th in his very last start at Martinsville. After that, he would fully retire and still be a commentator for Fox and be a top executive for Hendrick Motorsports. Jeff Gordon's stats look like this: 805 starts, 93 wins, 325 top 5s, 477 top 10s, 81 poles, $155 million in winning, and I present to you the one only Rainbow Warrior, Jeff Gordon. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you next time.